Hey, Sean. What time are you going to be home tonight?
I'm gonna be late.
Yeah, but how late? It's already 9.
How the hell should I know? I'm gonna be late, that's that.
You're working overtime, aren't you?
Yeah, if you know that, then can you leave me alone?
I'm just saying, you had to work overtime a lot lately. You've never had to work this much before. I mean, haven't you been working late pretty much every day these past few weeks?
If you want to complain, do you mind saying it to my managers? It's the company's fault I have to work so much, not mine. I'm just doing my best to get my work done every day. It's a lot I've got to finish, and not enough people to help complete the work.
I'm not complaining. I just wanted to point out that you only come home to sleep and spend most of your time at the company. There are a lot of occasions when you say you're going to stay the night at the office and don't even come home.
Yeah, because I'm that busy. I don't have a choice. I've got deadlines to meet, unlike you. You have plenty of time on your hands. You can spend your free time however you like. But I'm too busy for that.
Why do you have to say it like that? I'm pretty busy with my own job too. I do all of the housework on my own, and I even have to go and see Dad to make sure he's doing okay. I'm visiting him every day to make sure he's eating properly and help him around the house.
You call that stuff you do a job? You work from home and just spend a couple of hours sitting at your laptop. It's different. Besides, nobody asked you to take care of him. You're just visiting him because you want to do it. Stop exaggerating and give me a break. You have it much easier than I do.
I never said that I wanted to take care of him. I'm going to see him because there isn't anyone else who can go and check up on him, and because he refuses to be put into a home. We can't just ignore the situation and leave him to rot.
Then why don't you just throw him into a care home? We don't need his permission. Just call someplace and ask them to pick him up.
He's old, but he's not senile. He won't ever agree to go to a care home. And he can stand up as long as he's got something to grab.
So what? The reality is that he needs help, and you say that you don't want to take care of him. You going to visit him is proof that he can manage on his own. You don't have to listen to what he says. He's not senile now. But he'll forget that you were the one that pushed him into a home one day anyway. Just call a home up and have them collect him. It's not like you can fight back against them. He lost the right to choose when he got too old to take care of himself.
You know that he throws things when he gets upset about something, don't you? If I tell him that I want to put him in a home, he'll start wreaking havoc again. There's no way he'll agree to that. If you think that we should put him into a home, then could you come with me once and help me to convince him that that's the best option for him? You haven't done anything to help me with him so far, so the least you could do is help me with this.
I told you this before, but I'm not interested in taking care of him. You'll have to deal with him on your own. And if he's that much of a pain to deal with, then just leave him alone. If he refuses to go into a home, then you'll have to show him that he needs the help. He's just getting ahead of himself because you're spoiling him by going to help him every single day.
But we can't just leave him. That's pretty much neglect. His house will end up becoming a dump if I don't visit.
Once he understands that he needs help and that he can't get by without someone's support, he'll realize that going into a home is a good idea. He'll make all the preparations of his own accord. It's as simple as that.
Great. So you're not going to do anything. You're just going to brush everything under the carpet and leave me to clean it all up.
That's your main job, isn't it? You're in charge of all the chores and stuff, not me. I work and bring home the money, and you take care of the house. That's your job because that's all you can do. That's how it's been up until now, and nothing's going to change that.
Do you remember when we had a proper conversation? When you were actually listening to me?
What are you talking about? This is a proper conversation.
No, I mean, when did we last talk in person, face to face?
We're talking when I get home, aren't we?
But that's just me, one-sidedly talking to you and updating you on stuff. The only thing you say is go ahead and leave everything to me. You're never listening to a single word I say, are you?
I'm always listening to you.
It's already been 6 months.
What?
It's been 6 months since we had a last proper conversation.
So what? Couples can get by without talking. If anything, they get used to each other so they shouldn't need to talk as much.
What? I don't think that happily married couples never talk. If anything, they probably talk about important stuff a lot more often. What's gotten into you, Sean? Have you gotten sick of being married to me?
Seriously? I told you that I'm working overtime, didn't I? Do you mind not bothering me with stupid questions like that? Just being a pain in the ass.
You really think that it's stupid? I'm trying to talk to you about our relationship.
I'm too busy for that. I'm trying to get work done and you're bothering me about nothing. Just shut up and do the housework. I'll be back later tonight.
Sean, I want to talk about this. It doesn't have to be now. Can we just talk someday when you have time?
Yeah, alright. I'll make some time when I feel like it. Until then, don't bother me with these stupid messages anymore. Got it?
Sean, can you please try and come home early today? You have to be here tonight.
What gives you the right to order me around? I'll come home when I want to, when I'm done with work.
I want to talk to you about something important.
Then go ahead and talk. I'm not gonna rush home only to find that you want to waste my time with something stupid again. There's no point in trying to act all mysterious about it. I'm not interested in anything you have to say, so let's just get it over and done with.
I want to talk to you about it in person.
For Christ's sake, just talk, Ariana. I'm busy working.
Aren't you on your lunch break right now?
Just because it's turned 12 doesn't mean that I've got the time to go have lunch on time. I've got stuff to do.
Yeah, but you never reply to me when you're really busy, so I thought that you must be on break.
Yeah, alright. I'll listen to what you have to say. What do you want?
You're not even going to give me the chance to talk to you properly? Why do you have to be so uncooperative?
Just get on with it. What do you want to talk about?
Fine. I wanted to talk about your affair. Are you happy now?
Affair? Are you an idiot? Do you really think that I have the time to be cheating on you? Where the hell did that come from?
But you are.
I told you I'm not. What's wrong with you? Why do you think I'm working my ass off at work? I'm making money for both of us to pay for our rent and bills and groceries. I'm shocked that you can accuse me of having an affair.
But you haven't been working for my sake at all. At least, you haven't been for the past few months. You've been paying for the rent and the bills, but I've been paying for everything else on my own. The insurance, our car loans. I'm the one that's paying for the food we eat.
Shouldn't you be a little bit more grateful that I'm providing you with shelter? I've barely been at home because I'm busy with work. But you cut corners on the housework, even though you're at home the entire day? What makes you think that I should pay for anything more? Do you really want me to collapse from fatigue?
You don't have to work that much if you're only paying for the rent and bills. I'm not cutting corners on anything. You're the one that always says that you don't need dinner. I'm getting all of the laundry and cleaning all by myself in between work. I'm the one that's always taking your suits to the dry cleaners because you leave them thrown out on the floor. You can't say that I'm not doing anything. You just don't notice all the little things I do.
Why are you bragging about taking my suits to the dry cleaners? That's your job. It's only natural that you clean them up for me. You get to do whatever you like because I'm working this hard, and yet you're doubting me? I can't believe what I'm hearing.
It's not just doubt. I have my reasons. Someone mentioned that they saw you walking with another woman. After that, I checked your bank statements, and it showed frequent transactions at the same convenience store. It's nowhere near your office, and it's definitely not in our neighborhood. What were you doing there? You've even made a transaction at a restaurant on Valentine's Day, when you said you couldn't go out with me for dinner, but you were asked to finish up some documents that night. You lied to me and went out to dinner with someone else. Are you trying to deny that you're having an affair?
You're such a creep. What are you doing looking at my statements?
Excuse me? You're the one that went ahead and used our joint account on your dates with some other woman. I have every right to check what you've been using our money on.
And because it's a joint account, I have a right to spend that money however I like, including going out for dinner with colleagues. There are women in the office I work at. Why should I be guilty of having an affair if I just happen to talk to the station with a female colleague? You don't have any condemning evidence of me having an affair, so don't assume that I'm cheating.
I don't need evidence to think that you're having an affair. I can tell. From the way you've been acting over the past 6 months, you've barely been home. You won't talk to me. You're nothing like the man I married. That's why I wasn't really surprised when I heard that someone had seen you with a woman.
Oh, really? You're free to think whatever you like.
You're not going to admit that you're having an affair?
Why should I admit to something I never did? I'm not having an affair, and that's that.
Then why are you never at home? Why are you always so late? And why won't you talk to me?
Because you're being such a pain in the ass. Who would want to talk to you when you're always complaining that I'm never home and that you want to talk? I can't be bothered to deal with you. Before accusing of cheating, why don't you reflect on your own actions and think about why I might want to come home? God, stop playing the victim card.
Sean, we're married. We've got to devote some time to talking to each other. If we keep on going like this at this rate, there's going to be no point in us being married. We're living completely separate lives.
There's a simple solution to that. Why don't we get a divorce?
What?
You're dissatisfied with the life you have of me right now, don't you? And the only way to fix that is to get divorced. Then, I won't have to deal with your constant complaining.
I never said that I wanted a divorce.
Then you're fine with the way things are? Great, we're done with this conversation.
Wait, that's not what I meant either. I just think that there's a lot we can do before jumping to divorce. Can we please just talk once about this?
I don't have anything to say. I'm not interested in listening to what you have to say. We're done. I wasted half of my lunchtime because of you. Thanks a lot. Don't message me anymore. I'm warning you. Even if you do, I'm just gonna ignore you. Ariana, I'm gonna be home early tonight, so can you prepare some divorce papers? I'll sign them as soon as I get home.
What?
I was having an affair.
But you denied it when I questioned you about it last week. Why are you admitting to it all of a sudden?
Because I've gotta hurry up and get divorced and get remarried. My girlfriend's pregnant with my kid, so I want a divorce. She's younger than me, so she doesn't have enough money saved to raise it on her own.
Alright. I'm not bothered to try and piece our relationship back together anymore, so I'll divorce you. I'm just speechless that you ended up being so selfish until the very end. You can't even apologize for betraying me?
I've admitted to the affair, haven't I? I'm even willing to pay you compensation. What else do you expect from me? You're not gonna keep on complaining, are you? Because I'm sick of hearing you talk. Our marriage was over a long, long time ago.
Yeah, I have no complaints. But now that we're going to go back to being strangers, I should warn you that I'm not going to help you out at home anymore. You're stuck doing everything by yourself. Don't come crying to me to help take care of Dad. You'll just have to work something out.
Huh? What are you talking about? Why should I take care of your dad? Deal with him yourself. Why should I have to take care of him?
What? What are you talking about? I'm not talking about my dad. I'm talking about yours. He's the one I've been taking care of this entire time.
You what? My dad? But...
Yeah, your dad, Sean. He had surgery after he hurt his back, remember? He's needed support ever since.
What? But I thought that he had surgery to make him better.
Just how clueless are you? The surgery dealt with the pain, but that doesn't mean he'll recover overnight. You've barely listened to anything I've said to you over the past few months, have you?
Yeah, but you were talking about your dad needing care too. How was I supposed to know who you were talking about?
But I told you that both my mom and dad moved into an apartment that has round-the-clock support.
What? You never said that.
I mentioned it, but you said to do whatever I wanted because it had nothing to do with you. That you didn't care about how I dealt with my parents' care.
What? Then you've been taking care of my dad ever since?
Yeah. I can't believe you didn't even care to remember what we decided for your dad. That's why I asked you to come with me and talk to him about going into a care home for the elderly. I thought that he would listen a little more if he heard it from family.
What? But I thought that you were talking about your dad. I would have agreed if I knew that you were talking about mine.
Well, that's mostly your fault for not listening to me, isn't it? Anyway, I'm done taking care of him. Give him my love when you go and see him. The town hall shuts at 5, so I'm going to go and collect the divorce papers before it's too late.
Ariana, wait! Before you do that.
What?
Well, what should I do about my dad? Aren't you going to help me out?
I don't know. You'll have to figure that out alone.
But you've been visiting him every day, right? It's gonna be really tough on me if you stop checking up on him so suddenly. He'll have a hard time too.
Then why don't you go and see him?
What? But I'm busy with work.
Then you'll have to ask your new wife to go and take care of him.
She's pregnant. Do you really think that she can handle that much stress? I can't ask her to go and take care of Dad. Even if I did ask her, she'll probably refuse.
Oh, is that so?
He's pretty fond of you, so he'll probably be pretty upset that you're gone. You've been going to see him up until now. Why can't you just keep on going to visit? That would make us really happy. Come on, please.
But we're going to be strangers. It's none of my business to take care of him anymore. Just hurry up and come back home so that we can get the divorce papers signed. I want to take them back to town hall as soon as we're done so that they can get processed before the weekend. Otherwise, we'll have to wait until Monday.
Ariana, wait! Please, can you just wait for a second? I don't want to get divorced after all. Hey! Ariana! Are you listening? Answer my messages! Ariana, I'm begging you. Can you please just go and check up on my dad? Just for an hour or so. That's all I ask.
No, I'm not going. And when are you going to sign the divorce papers? I don't know how many times I've told you that I'm not going to start over with you. You refused to sign them last week and asked me to wait just a little longer. But I'm already tired of waiting, Sean.
I want to talk, Ariana. Please. Can we just meet up in a cafe somewhere and talk properly?
Oh, so now you're willing to sit down and discuss our marriage. After refusing to talk every time I brought it up? I think it's a little too late for that. I'm not interested in wasting my time on you.
I'm sorry.
Apologizing isn't going to change anything. If you're not going to sign the divorce papers, then I'll just have to talk to my lawyer and take you to civil court, and I'll aim for a default divorce. If that happens, we'll both have to appear in court. And even if you don't appear, I'll get my divorce. Are you okay with that? You're just going to make yourself busier and prolong things.
Can't you just help me out? Just for a short period of time? Please?
Why?
I've literally got no time. I've got a massive workload. I have to go and visit Dad and my girlfriend's pregnant. It's too much for me. Dad's a really picky eater and he won't eat anything that's ready-made. So I can't just go and buy him something from the convenience store. I've got to cook dinner from scratch. And I think he's starting to suffer from dementia. He started throwing things at me. I don't think he recognizes me anymore, Ariana.
He was throwing things at me, but you never wanted to help me. He's always been a short-tempered person. He would slam doors and turn tables over whenever he was upset about something, even before his surgery. After having his back surgery, he couldn't move the way he wanted to, so he started throwing things.
Either way, I need your help. I spoke to my girlfriend about taking care of my dad and she started crying and screaming that she didn't want to take care of him. She won't listen to anything I say. I really don't know what to do.
So that's why you've come crying to me to help you? You've got some nerve, Sean. I was working and taking care of your violent dad every single day. I don't think you heard me complaining the way you are now, and yet you're asking for my help after just a few days?
Yeah, but you're always working from home.
What difference does that make? Even if I was working at home, I was still earning enough to pay off our loans and pay for our daily necessities. I was making just as much as you make in a month, so you have no right to act as though you're better than me just because you're working in an office.
Alright, then I'll pay you for every day you go visit him. What about that? You can't say no to an offer like that.
What? You're kidding, right? You can't be serious. You're the one that said you wanted to get a divorce. Do you mind not bothering me with stupid messages about needing help with taking care of your dad? You're just wasting my time. If you think that it's too difficult for you to take care of him alone, then why don't you just put him in a home? You were the one that told me not to spoil him and that he wouldn't be able to fight back, even if you forced him into a home.
I'm asking you for help because he won't listen to me. It's not that easy.
Why did you bother asking for his permission? You told me to just call a home up and have them pick him up.
He's my dad. I can't just treat him like that.
So you were okay with throwing him into a home when you thought that it was my dad that we were talking about. But now that you know it's your own dad, he gets special treatment? That's rich, Sean. I shouldn't have expected anything more from you.
You're right. I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry that I left you to deal with him on your own. I'm begging you, can you help me just for a short while?
Seriously? I can't believe you can say that after all the times I asked for your help and asked if we could talk.
I'm sorry. I really am sorry.
I'll say this as many times as I have to, but no matter how much you apologize, it's not going to make a difference. You lied to me about being busy at work and used that as an excuse to force me to do all the housework and caretaking. And all the while, you were just cheating on me. You would tell me that I shouldn't bother you for stupid reasons whenever I messaged you. You don't understand how hurt I was by your actions and words, do you?
I only said that because I thought you didn't love me anymore.
If I didn't love you anymore, I wouldn't have been working as hard to take care of your dad the way I did. I would have just put him in a care home myself.
Yeah, that's true. I think that I was being a real asshole too.
I bet you didn't even really mean that.
No, I do. I really do regret my behavior. Just thinking about how I treated you over these past few months makes me want to hit myself.
If you really did regret your actions, you wouldn't be asking me to take care of your dad right now. You sign the divorce papers and leave me in peace.
What? But I don't have anyone else to rely on.
It's not that you don't have to rely on anyone. You're just not bothered to deal with the problem yourself, and you don't have anyone else you can push the issue onto either. But unfortunately for you, I'm not willing to be a doormat anymore. And that's why I agreed to the divorce. Don't ever bother me again. You don't have any right to ask me to come back temporarily, just because you want to ease the load off your shoulders. Bear it yourself, Sean.
Please, Ariana. I really do need your help. At this rate, I really will collapse from overwork. Please, can't you help me just for a little while?
So what if you collapse? Our marriage is over. What happens to you has nothing to do with me. Don't expect me to help you when you wouldn't help me when I was in need. Besides, you've got a young girlfriend by your side. Why don't you ask her to support you? I wish you all the best, Sean. I hope you're happy with your new wife and your old senile dad. After that, I called my lawyer and made preparations to take Sean to court when he got in contact with me and let me know that he had finally signed the divorce papers. It would have taken much longer before they could get married if we had to settle things in court, so his girlfriend probably told him to hurry up and agree to my conditions. I was able to receive a fair amount from our joint account and plenty in compensation from both my husband and his mistress. It seems that Sean paid for his mistress's part of the compensation too, so he lost most of his savings in a matter of weeks. Thanks to their lack of funds, it seems that they could no longer afford to put Sean's dad into a care home. In the end, they had no choice but to move in with Sean's dad and take care of him together. However, it seems that his girlfriend couldn't handle living with his dad because of his temper tantrums, and their engagement ended up being canceled pretty quickly. Ever since, Sean has been taking care of his dad alone and has been paying child support to his ex-girlfriend. I don't know how long he plans to take care of his dad, but I think he should suffer for as long as possible. I hope that he gets the thorough taste of what I had to go through. And as for me, I had been preparing to get divorced for a while, so I moved into the apartment I had found after getting the divorce papers ready. I even changed jobs and started working at a company that a friend of mine introduced me to. Since I become single for the first time in a while, I've continued the work I do from home, but kept it to a minimum so that I don't push myself too far, and I've been saving the money I make from it for my retirement. The 6 months until we finally got divorced were mentally draining, and there were a lot of nights that I spent crying to myself because I was so anxious and so hurt. But now we're divorced, I can say that I'm really glad that it's over, and that I didn't want to wait any longer to get divorced. From now on, I plan on living the way I want to, without anyone constraining me, and hope that I can make the most of my free time to enjoy my hobbies. And I plan on making a lot of fun memories from now on, so that one day I'll be able to look back at my time with Sean and laugh it all off as a bad dream. Theo, why haven't you eaten dinner yet? I thought you didn't have overtime at work today. Where are you right now?
I'm at a restaurant. I came out after I saw what you left me on the table.
So you didn't eat the dinner I made you?
How do you expect me to eat that crap?
What? What was the problem? I made it especially for you.
I didn't want that for dinner. I wanted something else.
Then what did you want?
I wanted more meat. I want proper red meat in all my meals. The food you make is always so plain. It doesn't have enough salt and there's not enough meat too. You're always making seafood dishes.
If you want to eat healthily, then seafood is the best way to go. You really should cut down on your salt intake. And when we first got married, you told me that you like how simple my cooking is. What changed? I've been trying to make you more seafood dishes and stews because I thought you enjoyed them.
Yeah, well, I'm sick of it. I'm a guy. I've got to have more steaks, fried chicken, and roast. I want more bacon too. I want something that will fill me up.
I've been making your favorite foods too.
You don't make my favorites often enough. I want to be able to look forward to coming home for dinner. You're not going to make my favorites every single day. Then the least you could do is make the seafood dishes a little more fancy and add more volume. Make some sushi or prepare some prawns. Or lobster would be great. I'll eat seafood if it's the kind of stuff you find in a restaurant. But the stuff you're making is all cheap. It's all grilled salmon fillets and fish sticks. You won't find fish sticks in a restaurant anywhere. Why always making prison food?
If I made all the dishes you're asking for every single day, we'd end up spending close to $1,000 every month just on the groceries. We don't have that kind of money. You'll just have to bear with it and look forward to enjoying your favorites every now and then.
Huh? Are you complaining about my salary? You're just a housewife. You don't have any right to say that my pay isn't enough when you're not even working.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there's a limit to how much we should spend on groceries. There's only 2 of us, so a couple $100 should suffice for a month. The only people who spend $1,000 on groceries are really rich people who have that money to spare. I'm always shopping for the groceries with a budget in mind and making sure that we don't waste any food. What more do you expect from me?
The food you make isn't good enough. If I keep on eating this kind of cheap, boring food, I'm going to start feeling like there's nothing worth living for. The only thing I can look forward to after a long day of work is dinner. But can't you at least prepare something I can enjoy?
All right, then I'll make one of your favorite dishes tomorrow. So, will you please cheer up?
Whatever. Anyway, where even are you? Why weren't you at home when I got back from work? I'm tired from working all day and you leave me a cold plate of dinner? Why should I have to heat it up myself? It's your job to serve me a hot dinner as soon as I sit down at the table.
I told you last week that I was going to go and visit my grandma in the hospital today. Weren't you listening to me?
Why is it my fault? You should be more careful about when you tell me things. Of course I'm not going to remember anything if you tell me when I'm busy doing something. If you got something to tell me, you should look me in the eyes and tell me.
You mean when you're busy watching TV? I called out to you and you replied, so I talked. Why do you have to get so upset when you were the one that wasn't listening to me properly? I'll take more care with my cooking from now on, so will you please get over it? I thought that I did a pretty good job with last night's dinner, but was it really that bad?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Okay, I won't ever do it again.
Probably your parents' fault that you make such disgusting dinners. I mean, the apple doesn't fall very far from the tree, does it? You make cheap, boring meals because they made you the same when you were young.
Huh? Why are you suddenly turning on my parents? My parents aren't poor. Even if they don't have a lot of money, that doesn't mean that you can accuse them of not being able to cook decent food.
You know, I think that how a person lives and how they've been raised is reflected in how people cook. These days, I've been thinking that I might have made a mistake in choosing who to marry.
Do you really have to go that far? I've been doing my best to cook healthy meals for you all the time.
Yeah, but it's not good enough. If you're making me doubt my decision to marry you, then shouldn't that tell you just how seriously I take this kind of stuff? If you don't want me to break up with you, then you'll have to polish your cooking skills. Hey, We're holding a memorial for Dad next month. It's been 7 years, so Mom and I thought we'd gather everyone to have lunch. We've already gotten replies from 20 or so relatives who said that they'll be there. You better help Mom with preparing lunch and cleaning up.
20? That's quite a lot of people.
Yeah, so you better keep in touch with Mom and make sure you don't overlook anything. I already told Mom that you're going to go shopping for the groceries and that you're going to cook everything. Don't mess things up, alright? I told her that you agreed to help with the cleaning too, so you better not disappoint her.
What? Are you sure you want me to cook? You said that you don't like my cooking.
We don't have any other choice. My mom's tendonitis hasn't gotten better, so she still can't move her wrist that much. You can't expect her to cook if her wrist hurts that much. You better use this chance to prove to her that you're a reliable wife and a great daughter-in-law.
Yeah, okay. I'll do my best. I wonder what I should make. 20 is a pretty big number, so I'll have to buy a lot.
Don't ask me. You gotta think up the menu all by yourself. This is your job. This is your only time to shine, Ava. Don't waste it.
Yeah, but I don't know what everyone likes and dislikes. Can't you at least give me some hints? They're your relatives. I don't want to make something that no one will eat and have to waste a perfectly good dish.
If you want to know what everyone likes, then you should ask around and find out by yourself. It isn't like I know every single person's preferences.
Alright, then I'll work something out. I'll try asking your mom for some advice too.
And I'm begging you, Ava, don't embarrass me. You better make the best meal ever, or I really will be upset. This is the only way you can make yourself useful, so don't cut corners like you always do. Hey, where are you? Hurry up and bring the beer.
Sorry, I was in the car.
What the hell are you doing outside? You're supposed to be in the house cooking or cleaning or serving drinks. Some of my relatives are starting to arrive and people are bound to be expecting drinks when they walk through the door. If you're hosting them, then you should be here too. Welcome them in, saying hi, offering to take coats and stuff like that. Hurry up!
Yeah, I'll be right there, but do you know where the food went? I brought everything in cooler boxes in the car and took them to the kitchen, but the food disappeared while I was in the toilet. I can't find anything anywhere.
Oh, that crap that was lined up on the counter? It's all gone.
What? Why? Where is it?
I threw it all in the trash. Can't believe you were going to serve my family with food like that.
What? What didn't you like about it? I stayed up all night preparing all of those dishes, especially for today.
I threw it out because it was no different to the usual crap you cook up. I thought I told you not to cut corners. If you serve that stuff to my family, I'll just be the laughingstock. I want you to start all over and make sure that you make a real feast this time.
What? You're asking for the impossible. There isn't enough time. How am I supposed to do that?
There's still plenty of time until it's time to eat. You better get something done until then. I don't care how much it costs, just prepare something that will make me look good.
Get something done? You make it sound so easy. What do you expect me to do? Why would you throw everything away? You're unbelievable. The dishes I made today may be the same recipes that I make for you, but I can't let you stand by and say that I cut corners or that they're cheap. I spent a lot more money on the ingredients than usual and spent hours on the stew because I had to marinate the meat.
Seriously? You spent hours and that was the result? If that's so, then you really have no sense when it comes to cooking. No matter how you look at it, that food wasn't suitable to serve to my relatives. Did you really think that was good enough? This is why I hate poor people. You can't even make the most of the stuff you have at hand, and don't have the brains to think outside the box.
Are you really going to bring that up again? I told you that my family isn't poor. Stop trying to find fault with my upbringing because it's not the problem here.
Then why are you so bad at cooking? Why can't you make anything classy and actually make me proud? You could have at least prepared a couple of steaks or brought lobster and made some fancy dishes with plenty of beef or fish. But instead you're making mac and cheese, some kind of stew. And what was that rice thing supposed to be? Paella? What's with all the vegetables? It's cheap crap that doesn't belong on the table. Where's the steak? You want all that rabbit food? Feel free to make it for yourself. But don't you dare bring those dishes to my family gathering ever again. Just because you think being healthy and being conscious of salt and sugar is righteous, Doesn't mean you can force it down other people's throats.
I'm always thinking of other people when I'm cooking, Theo. I wish that you think about how it feels to have all of my effort thrown into the trash. You don't know how hard it is to cater to the preferences of 20 different people. 'Cause it's a lot harder than you think. You've never cooked or done any of the cleaning in our house, so you wouldn't know, but it takes a lot of planning.
Doing the housework is your job. It's only natural that you do it the way I ask you to. You should be making everything the way I want you to make it. You can't do the chores properly, then you're a failure as a wife. There's no point in you even existing if you can't make me happy.
Do you really think that?
Yeah. Right now you're not fulfilling your job as a wife, and you're a failure. If everyone finds out what you try to serve them from lunch, I'm pretty sure they'd be disappointed too. And then they're going to blame me for marrying you. I'm going to be the butt of every joke for marrying such a useless woman. Hey, where are you? Why aren't you back yet? I thought I told you to make everything from scratch.
I've already made everything. I made everything just the way you told me to.
I told you that trash doesn't count as a proper meal. What's the matter with you? How could you embarrass me like this in front of all my relatives? It's all cheap, tasteless trash.
What's so cheap about it? It was all perfectly ready to be served. There was a wonderful choice of dishes, and everything looked delicious.
Now that that's all gone, all you can do is prepare a new menu. No matter how much you complain, all that crap you made is gone. I've thrown everything away, so you've got no choice but to start again.
You're a terrible person.
If you think you don't have enough time to make anything, just go out and buy us some sushi. Hurry up and put something on the table.
You're an idiot. Theo, I've never been so ashamed of my own son before. Just who do you think you are, talking to your own wife like that?
Huh? Son? What are you talking about?
I'm your mother, Theo. You've got a lot of nerve treating your wife in that way. She's not a slave.
What? But I'm messaging Ava. Why are you replying? What happened to Ava?
Ava's right beside me. She disappeared after going to the toilet and didn't come back for a while, so I wondered where she went. I looked for her, and where do you think I found her? She was outside crying next to her car. I asked her what the matter was, and she tells me that you threw away all of the food she made. I was so surprised that I thought I had misheard her.
It's not my fault. The food she made was just awful. I couldn't let her serve that to our guest. You would have agreed with me if you saw what she made.
I already know what she made, you idiot, because we thought up today's menu together. Ava did all of the cooking, but she asked for my opinion on all of the options she had in mind.
What? Really?
Yes, we did. Most of the relatives that are coming today are all old. That's why Ava decided to prepare foods that are softer on the jaws and teeth, and easier to swallow. Every single dish has been made with all of that in mind.
But anyone can make mac and cheese. She made beef stew. It shouldn't embarrass me if she brings out something that cheap out in front of everyone. Everyone will be happy if there's more meat and volume, like steaks. And, I don't know, oysters or something? Something rich.
Did you know that stew actually takes a long time to make? If you're going to try and make the beef very tender, it takes a lot of time and patience to cook, and of. Ava took every single step of the way to marinate the beef, to cook the vegetables, and to stew everything. She didn't sleep a wink last night to make sure that everything was perfect. She didn't even let me help her because she knew I was in pain and worked so hard on her own. And yet, you were heartless enough to throw everything out. Do you really think that any of your grandparents and your aunts and uncles would want to eat steak or oysters? None of us would be able to stomach an oyster.
And what about the sushi?
Don't be ridiculous. You should know that most of our family hates fish. They wouldn't even want to sit down if there was sushi at the table. What's everyone supposed to eat if there's nothing they like?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Ava asked everyone what their favorite food was. She took so much time to prepare something that everyone would like, and you ruined everything. Why would you do something so stupid? Nobody asked you to judge whether her food was worthy or not. You useless little brat.
Hey, I'm your son. What are you getting so upset with me for?
I can't believe that you grew up to be this ungrateful. I'm so ashamed of you, Theo. I feel terrible for Ava and what she's had to go through with you. She told me that you've been criticizing her cooking for these past few months, and I want to tell you that you should know that you're a very lucky man.
What? How am I lucky? The food she makes for me is always a pile of crap. It's flavorless, plain, and she never spends money on the stuff I want. All the meals she prepares lacks a decent amount of meat. There's always a mountain of cooked vegetables on every plate she puts in front of me. It's like I'm eating stuff that only old people would eat.
What right do you have to complain about that? She's making you your favorite meals every now and then, isn't she?
Yeah, like only once or twice a week.
That's more than enough for you. Did you forget that your doctor warned you about your cholesterol levels and your blood pressure at your last checkup? All of the food Ava makes for you, she makes with your health in mind. She's been reducing the amount of red meat you eat for a reason. And you get to eat whatever you want twice a week because she's saving money on all the other days. You won't find a more loving or caring wife anywhere else in the world. She's been devoted to supporting you, keeping you alive. And this is the way you treat her?
But that's all she can make.
Don't be an idiot, Theo. The food she makes may look simple, but it's very difficult to achieve what she makes. She pays attention to all the small details that people who aren't used to cooking overlook. I can just tell how amazing she is because I've been cooking for so long, but also because the kitchen is outside my comfort zone. If you ask me, she's an incredible cook. This is why people like you annoy me so much. You don't understand that cooking is the most difficult chore to conquer out of all the things that need to be done at home.
How am I supposed to know that? I'm not a housewife.
You better not be thinking that the housework is all the wife's job. Not in this day and age. Do you think that you're better than your wife because you go to an office to work? She works too, you know. You wouldn't even be able to survive a day without Ava. She works to keep you alive and in the best condition to go to your job. It's thanks to Ava doing all of the housework and cleaning your suits and shoes that you can go to the office with confidence and focus on your work. Don't you dare act like you're better than her. It's your fault that she has to make everything all over again. So you better go to the supermarket and buy all the ingredients she needs right now.
What about Dad's memorial service? The priest should be here pretty soon, right?
More importantly, I want you to go out and buy some food for everyone. We can't listen to prayers properly while we're all hungry. But if you dare bring back steaks, sushi, or oysters, your head is seeing the palm of my hand.
Wait, if I can't buy any of that, then what am I supposed to buy? And you should make me a shopping list.
Just remember all of the dishes you throw away and buy all the ingredients that were in them.
Huh? I don't remember anything. I only remember the mac and cheese and the paella.
I'm warning you. You better not buy any mac and cheese that only requires you to pour in hot water and mix it. We've got a lot of picky eaters in this family, so we don't want to risk anyone refusing to eat the food you bought. You'll just have to work hard and recollect every single detail of what you threw in the trash.
How am I supposed to do that? I don't remember everything. It's still in the trash can in the kitchen, right? I'll go and take a look.
Too late. I already took out the trash. We would have had a fly infestation if we left all that food to rot in the kitchen. Good luck remembering, and you'd better not buy anything we don't need.
Theo, where are you? You're taking way too long. How long is it taking you to just do the grocery shopping? We've all been waiting for you for hours.
I've just finished paying. I'm leaving the store right now. I swear I'll be back soon. I won't take more than 30 minutes.
No, that's way too long. We can't wait anymore. In fact, we gave up waiting quite a while ago, and we ended up going out to a restaurant because we were all starving. We're all having dessert.
What? You went to a restaurant? Without me? But what am I supposed to do?
I don't know and I don't care. We're all having fun chatting about what an ass you've been. Now everyone knows what you did. They're all saying how you're a horrible, misogynistic husband, and that I should just leave you. They're all making me laugh about how arrogant you are for a guy that can't do anything on his own. You should hear the things everyone is saying. I think it would be a real eye-opener, and maybe you'd actually think about changing the way you behave.
No way! I can't believe you're all eating without me. Even though I circled all the aisles in the supermarket searching for all the ingredients you might need. I worked this hard and it's all gone to waste.
You've only spent 2 hours walking around. You don't have any right to complain about your effort.
I spent the same amount of time shopping yesterday and stayed up the entire night preparing everything for today's lunch. You can't complain after you wasted all the effort I put into lunch by just throwing everything into the trash.
I'm sorry, Ava, I really am. I didn't know that Mom gave you advice on what to make. She told me that you made everything after asking everyone what their favorite dish was.
That's not the problem here, Theo. Even if your mom hadn't helped me, if I hadn't gone around asking what everyone liked, you had no right to just throw it into the trash because you thought it was cheap and unsuitable for your family. Now you can suffer the same pain I felt when you wasted all of my effort by refusing the orders I made for you, and today when you threw away the food I made. But you still don't seem to understand what you've done, even though your mom is so pissed off with you.
I've been calling my mom for ages now. She won't answer me. Is she there with you?
She doesn't want to answer your calls because she doesn't want to talk to you. She's even been saying that she wants to cut ties with you. She doesn't even want to look at you.
What? She wants to cut ties with me? But I'm her son.
I don't want to see your face either, so I'm not coming back home for a while. I'll be staying with your mom until I'm ready to come back. I want to live separately, so deal with the housework yourself.
What? You want to live apart?
Yeah, and I won't be around to do anything for you, so good luck. Good for you. You can eat whatever you want, whenever you want. That's if you don't mind ruining your health any further. Your doctor was warning you that you should make an effort to diet, so I wonder what will happen to you if you don't listen to him. This is probably the best time to tell you, but you've gained a lot of weight recently. The next time you go and see the doctor, I bet that your results will come back much worse than the last time.
Don't say that. It can't be that bad.
Whatever you say. Just make sure that you keep the grocery budget under $300. Don't spend a single penny more, or I'll divorce you. Do you understand? Be careful what you spend that money on.
Hey, wait a second. Why would you suddenly bring up divorce? I don't want to get divorced. I still want to be together.
You don't have any right to refuse. I've been thinking for these past few hours, and I'm pretty serious about this divorce. If anything, all of your relatives are telling me that I should hurry up and dump him and find the next guy. They all think that you're a terrible husband and that you're not worth the trouble.
Isn't anyone on my side? Isn't there anyone who thinks that you should give me another chance?
Nope. Not a single person can forgive what you did. Of course they wouldn't want to side with you. Who would relate to a piece of crap like you?
I'm really sorry about everything I've done. I relied on you way too much. I was really stupid to think that I could say whatever I wanted and do whatever I wanted just because we were married. Just because we were in love. I was a fool to treat you like that. Please, will you forgive me? I'm really sorry.
In love? Who are you talking about? You've never treated me like you loved me. I was never your wife. I was just a slave to you. And I'm not in love with you anymore.
But it'll be bad for you too if we get divorced. Where are you gonna live? How are you even gonna pay for stuff without me?
You don't have to worry about that. I was working before we got married and I can work again. It might be a good idea to find a place to work while I'm living with your mom. I just have to find work, and unlike you, I won't have any problem balancing the housework and my job. I'll do fine without you. I mean, it's not like I ever needed you in the first place. After that, I started staying with my mother-in-law, and Thea and I lived separately for a long time. It seems that my ex-husband was incapable of doing any of the housework on his own, and that the house we were living in is now a complete mess. But on the other hand, my mother-in-law and I had a lot of fun living together. We spent most of our time teaching each other the recipes we were both best at, and tried out a lot of new recipes we had never gotten around to doing before. If it weren't for Theo being such a bad husband, we would have made a really great mother and daughter-in-law. But I'm glad we have this friendship without him in the picture. After that, it seems that my mother-in-law hosted a few family gatherings, but she never invited her son to any of them. Apparently, nobody wants him around because he'd ruined the fun mood with his criticism and arrogant attitude. He's ended up being pretty hated by his entire family. After I moved out, I spent an entire year preparing my new apartment and looking for a new job. I did everything I needed to do before starting the brand new chapter in my life, and finally got the divorce I had been waiting for. I left my mother-in-law's house, but I still stay in touch with her, and we often go out to eat a meal and catch up. Apparently, she really did cut ties with Theo completely,
and she even made it so that he could inherit any of the savings she had intended to leave for him after she passed. Instead, she's been making the most of it and has been going on trips she's never been before, so she can use it all up while she's still alive. Not long after, I heard a rumor that my ex-husband had disappeared. It seems that he ended up overspending on the groceries, the bills, everything, after I had moved out, and had no choice but to borrow money in order to pay everything off. But inevitably, he couldn't pay off the debt he owed and disappeared without a trace. Honestly, when I heard about it, I really thought it was the exact ending he deserved.
Hey, Nina, I just want to let you know that I won't need dinner today again.
What? You don't need dinner again? You haven't been eating at home at all this week.
Well, I'm sorry, but I can't help it, because I have to work overtime again.
You're working overtime again? But why is this happening so frequently these days? Because I know you didn't have to work as much and weren't so busy before.
Oh, I don't know, so don't blame me. If you have complaints, can you just say that directly to my company? Because I honestly don't even want to work overtime either, you know.
Well, I hope you don't have to work over the weekends, do you? Because Mia's saying that she wants to go to the new shopping mall. It seems that Mia's favorite comedians are coming to the opening anniversary event. She's been looking forward to this event for such a long time. So you'll be able to take her there this weekend, right?
Did you just say it's this weekend?
Yeah, it's going to be on Saturday.
Oh, Saturday, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I won't be able to take her there because I have to go out.
But you don't have to work over the weekends, right?
No, I don't have to actually work, but I promised to go fishing with my boss.
What? You're going fishing?
Yeah, that's right. It seems my boss has gotten into fishing these days, and you know that since I used to go often, I know pretty much about fishing, right? So my boss asked me to go with him and teach him how to fish.
So you're actually trying to go fishing in this time of season? I assume you should know about this better than I do, but isn't it not the best season for new beginners to start fishing? The water temperature is low, and even if you go, I think you'll just have to come home getting nothing.
But I can't refuse this because my boss wants to go. And even if we can't get anything, that's totally okay. Once he thinks fishing is boring, then he won't ask me to go again, right? And I might be able to put an end to this.
Well, that may be true.
So that's why I need you to take Mia to the shopping mall over the weekend. And I'll probably go out for some drinks after that, so I'll come home late at night.
Alright then, but please try to stay home with us on Sunday, because I need you to come with us to buy foods at the supermarket. And I've noticed that recently you haven't had any time to talk with Mia, haven't you? I understand that you may be busy, but you should at least make some quality time with the family.
What? Are you saying that I have to spend my few days off from work with the family?
Well, you are going out on Saturday to go out fishing, so I think it's fair that you stay at home for at least one day on the weekends.
Hey, Nina, listen to me. I'm so stressed out every day at work, it's impossible for me to spend my free days off from work just for the family, okay? I have things I want to do on my own, too.
That's exactly the same situation for me, you know. Every day ends with household chores, my part-time job, and parenting. Though Mia has gotten big enough to handle things on her own, I still don't have my own free time.
Besides the time you're at your part-time job, you basically get to stay at home. So I believe the situation is totally different since I always have to work outside of home.
Even though my working hours are actually shorter than yours, it's the same situation that I don't have any free time of my own.
Oh, this conversation's getting so ridiculous. I guess you just don't understand what men are going through and how tough things are for me at work. Not just on working days, but I'm also going all the way sacrificing my weekends to keep company for my boss, you know? So there's absolutely no time for me to just relax, and I'm really stressed out every day. So don't you ever think that you're in the same situation as me, since you only work a few hours a week.
Well, I'm only saying that I want you to spend a little more quality time with the family.
Don't you see that I'm coming right home every day after work? So I do think I'm already doing enough for the family in this situation. And who do you think is working and feeding you and the whole family? If you have any time to object to me, well then let me say something to you too. If you're staying in the house so much, why can't you even do the chores properly? That's basically a big part of your responsibility, but I do have some complaints about that.
For your information, I am doing the chores.
Well, I don't think so. The other day when I came home, the laundry was piled up in the living room. Can't you just fold the laundry before going to sleep? It's just a really simple task, and I think you're being too lazy these days.
Well, I'm sorry about that. But I want you to know that things were pretty hectic at that time. Mia was actually catching a cold, and she vomited so many times that I was so busy cleaning up the mess. So I just didn't have time to fold the laundry and had to leave it there.
Well, that only seems to be like an excuse to me. Anyway, if you have any complaints to me, then you should do your chores perfectly before coming to me. Since you're irresponsible and handle things so roughly, you should work on how to improve the quality of the chores. Can't you help starting to prepare a comfortable and tidy environment where I would think that I want to go home to relax?
Alright, I get it. As I will try to put more effort in doing the chores, I need you, Ken, to try to spend more time with the family. So can you please try to consider that as well?
All right, but that's if you do your job first.
Anyway, I'm just worried about you, so don't try to work so hard, okay? I'm going ahead to get some sleep, but be sure to come home safely.
Hey, Nina, can you take my gray coat out to the dry cleaners? Because I'm planning to wear it on my business trip the day after tomorrow, so I need you to take it there immediately.
Well, that's so sudden. Does your coat really have to be dry cleaned?
Yeah, because you haven't taken it to the dry cleaners even once last year, right?
Yeah? But I'm sorry, I just don't think I can do that for you right now.
Why can't you go to the dry cleaners today? Is there anything wrong?
Because I've been sleeping all day due to my headache.
Oh, housewives are so free from responsibilities. You get to sleep all day just because you have a simple headache.
But I was just laying down because I wasn't feeling well at all.
Even if I had a headache, I'd just take some medicine and would have to go to work anyway. And that's what all working adults go through, you know. We have responsibilities and basically have to go to work no matter what. But you can basically do whatever you want staying home. You're just too spoiled and lazy.
But I have such a big headache, and it hurts so bad that it's hard for me to move and do things.
Oh, really? But even so, I need you to go to the dry cleaners anyway and get that coat cleaned up. Because, unfortunately, I have no choice but to go on the business trip, even if I have a headache or catch a cold.
But you need to understand that even if I do go, you probably won't be able to receive the coat by the time you go on your business trip. Because I believe the dry cleaners need more days to finish it up. Hey, Ken, about this trip of yours, is it really only about business?
Huh? What are you saying so suddenly? Of course it is. What other reason do you think it is besides business?
Well, I'm concerned about something Mia said to me. She said that she saw you the other day and...
Well, I see her every morning, so of course she sees me.
No, she was actually saying that she saw you outside walking with another woman on the weekends.
Huh? Really? Exactly where?
The other day, Mia went to a hotel buffet with her friend's family. And surprisingly, it seems that Mia saw you there at the hotel in that situation.
Really? Well, that must be a mistake. Didn't she see someone else that looks like me?
Do you really think Mia will make a mistake seeing you?
Well, since we haven't been talking frequently at home because I've been busy.
But we're a family, you know. Of course she can tell who her father is, so I doubt that she may be wrong.
Hey, are you still gonna continue this ridiculous conversation?
Does this seem so ridiculous to you? I want you to be honest and take this seriously because Mia and I have been really worried. And I was thinking about this ever since, and wasn't really sure if I should ask you about this directly or not.
Well, you know that I'm so busy every day that I don't have any time to have an affair anyway. I'm always working overtime, and I was even at my boss's house over the weekend. So if you still think that I'm suspicious of having an affair, then go ahead and ask my boss. I'm sure my boss can be a good witness for this.
Oh, really? Is that so? Okay, I got it.
And you know that Mia is still just a kid. She still probably sees things and get things wrong. So it's absolutely ridiculous to believe each and every word she says.
Well, I'm so sorry to have suspected you like this. But I want you to understand that I was just worried because you haven't been at home these days.
Oh, I really envy housewives since they have so much time to spend thinking about those kinds of things. Isn't your headache getting worse because you're thinking too much about ridiculous matters? You're so useless not even being able to control your health condition.
You don't have to say things in that horrible way.
You're the one who brought up this ridiculous matter and started all this. This is really annoying, suspecting me of something I haven't done, so don't ever talk about this matter again, got it? Because if you start this again, I'll get absolutely furious.
Hey Ken, I'm sorry, but can you please try coming home now?
What? That's impossible for me to do now, because you know that I'm about to go on a business trip.
I understand, but I just want to ask you to at least take me to the hospital. I just don't feel well, and my fever has gone up to 39 degrees, so I think I might have the flu. Since I don't think I can make it to the hospital on my own, I need help getting there.
Huh? If it might be the flu, then I absolutely don't want to be with you now. I definitely can't get sick at a time like this.
But if I stay this way, then I might give the flu to Mia as well, and I really want to avoid that from happening.
Well, I don't think that's a problem, because it's not like you both have a job or anything. Oh, right. So is this a lie, too, that you're not feeling well? You're saying this because you want to cause trouble to me again?
You do know that I was sleeping all day, right? So I can't believe you can say such a thing in this situation.
Oh, and that was a lie, too, right? The text that Mia sent me saying she wanted me to come home now? But that was done by your direction, right?
Nope, that's definitely not me. Because I didn't know about that at all. So knowing that I wasn't feeling well, I guess Mia went all the way trying to ask for help from you too. But I suppose that didn't even change your mind about this either.
Come on, don't make any excuses. I'm so disappointed in you. Don't lie and cause any more trouble to me, you old lady. And remember, an old lady's needy behavior is just so disgusting, you know? I'm so busy with work that I just don't have any time for this. So if you're really sick, then why don't you just keep quiet and get some sleep? Because I can't do anything for you, so don't rely on me. And whatever you say, it will not stop me from going on the business trip. Hey, Mia? Daddy's coming back home from the business trip tomorrow. I bought lots of souvenirs for you, so look forward to it.
I'm not excited at all.
Hey, don't say such a thing. I'm sure you'll like it. And how's Mom doing? Is she feeling all right now? I'm so sorry Daddy couldn't stay at home and had to go to work at a time like this. I really wanted to take Mom to the hospital, but I just had to go on my business trip, you know?
Mom has been sick and is sleeping in her bed ever since.
Oh, really? I guess she's still feeling sick. Well, tell Mom to keep taking a good rest. And Mia, what were you doing all the time? You probably didn't have anything to do because today was a holiday, right?
Dad, I'm just going to burn it now.
What, did you just say burn?
Yup, since Dad, you don't need Mia or Mom anymore, do you? So, I've decided to burn everything.
Hey, wait, Mia. I need you to calm down and listen to me. What are you actually trying to burn? I hope you're not possibly trying to burn your sleeping mom, right? And what does everything mean? Because burning things are dangerous, so I need you to stop now and reconsider what you're trying to do.
Dad, you don't have to come home at all.
What? What do you mean by that?
Because even if you come home, Mia and Mom will not be there anyway. So goodbye, Dad.
Hey, Nina! Just answer the phone! I need you to answer as soon as possible! Please, Nina!
Hi, Ken. What's wrong?
Oh, Nina, is it you? You finally answered, so that means you're all right? You're still alive?
Yeah. I'm answering to you because I am okay.
Thank God, I was so scared. You see, I just came back from the business trip now.
But weren't you supposed to come home tomorrow?
Well, that's because Mia suddenly said that she was gonna burn everything, and she said that you were sleeping all day, and you were ignoring my text all the time, right? So I was worried that maybe something bad happened to both of you.
Well, that's because I was sleeping all day up until now and wasn't checking the text messages.
Oh, really? So nothing bad has happened, and both of you are okay? Well, that's a relief. So where exactly are you now? Because Mia was saying that both of you wouldn't be at our house when I come home. I have the souvenirs I need to give Mia and you from the business trip, so come back home as soon as possible. Since it seems that you've gone out somewhere, that means you're now feeling better, right?
I'm sorry, but Mia and I are not going back home.
What? Why are you not coming home?
Because I plan to live at my parents' house with Mia from now on. So, can you just divorce me?
What are you saying, Nina?
Well, I'm just saying that I want you to divorce me. That shouldn't be any problem, right? Because it seems that you already have someone more important to you than our family.
Hey, do we have to go back to that conversation again? Are you still suspicious that I'm having an affair with someone? I told you I definitely am not having an affair.
But you were just enjoying the trip with your partner, right? So now I'm asking you, what are you trying to say?
I'm telling you that it was just a business trip and not a trip to enjoy an affair.
But unfortunately, I have proof.
Huh? What do you mean?
Since Mia said she saw you with that woman, I had an infidelity investigation run about your recent behaviors. And surprised to know, you were actually having an affair with your boss who's a woman, didn't you? It's Mrs. Ingrid, isn't it?
No, that's not true.
I have actual proof of pictures and videos, you know? And you're still going to deny it?
No, you've got to listen to me. It's not like I was trying to have an actual affair. I was just trying to get along with my boss, hoping that it may lead to getting a promotion in the future.
Even if it was for a promotion, you still had a relationship with her, and that's a fact, right?
Well, I couldn't refuse because she practically forced me to. So you need to believe me. It's not like I had a relationship because I liked her or we were in a love relationship. I thought I can use her in a way business-wise. So I just had to continue this relationship even though I knew it was not the right thing to do.
Well, I absolutely don't care what kind of relationship you had with her, because that has nothing to do with Mia and me.
Yes, it does, because I went through all of that to get promoted so our family can live a better life, you know? You see, Mrs. Ingrid was so hysterical and was a really difficult person to deal with, but once we got closer, working with her started to go smoothly, and she promised that she'll support me with my promotion next year.
But from looking at the investigation reports, it doesn't look like it was simply a business relationship, because it looked like you were actually enjoying being with her.
I was just trying to pretend to be a convenient guy for her. Hey, Nina, you've got to believe me. I have no intention to divorce you or to ruin our family relationship, and I definitely don't want to be separated from Mia either.
I have always been thinking that your actions were so suspicious throughout this year. I was worried all the time, but just didn't have the courage to investigate the truth. But as you gradually started prioritizing your work over our family, and when I finally decided to face this, Mia just spotted you having an affair with that woman. So, who Mia saw was not someone else, right?
Well, I'm not so sure about that.
Because Mia actually saw you two getting on the elevator flirting with each other.
What? Really?
At first, I thought it was a scene where she saw you just walking with Mrs. Ingrid. So, I thought that it may have actually been a mistake like you said. But once I talked to her about considering a divorce with you, she talked to me about everything she witnessed. I just can't believe you were flirting out in public with her like that. And how can you actually show a scene like that to our daughter Mia? Can you imagine how hurt and shocked she was seeing that happening in front of her?
Hey, I'm so sorry for that. I just feel so horrible and don't know what I should do. Mia probably is disgusted about me, isn't she?
Well, I do think so. If Mia was an adult, she might be able to handle the situation differently, but you know, she's still in elementary school, so I assume she was really depressed and confused about seeing that. But even so, first she only told me the overall facts and tried to hide the details from me. She was so considerate about talking to me since she didn't want to destroy the family relationship. Can you understand how she felt trying to cover it all up and not being able to talk to anyone about this?
I'm really sorry.
I think there's someone else that you absolutely need to apologize to first. And by the way, Mia said that she burned everything you gave her today. She said she went to the trash disposal center with my mother.
Oh, so that's what she was referring to, saying she was gonna burn everything. I guess I really need to apologize to Mia about this immediately. So can I go over to your house now? Please, just give me a chance to apologize to her.
No, don't try coming over here to apologize, because I can't allow you to meet her. I know it's just going to cause more trouble if you come here now. Because Mia's feelings haven't calmed down yet, so I assume she just needs more time.
Okay, I understand. Well, then let's discuss about the divorce after Mia's feelings have calmed down.
What? No way. I'm going ahead to proceed with the divorce anyway, and there's no way I'm changing my mind about this.
But we should try to prioritize Mia's feelings first, right?
Oh, if that's the case, then you don't have to worry about that because she absolutely agrees with our divorce. And it's not like her hurt feelings are going to heal within a few months. It's something she's going to have to continue to deal with as she gradually gets older.
But I'm saying that I don't want to divorce you! So can we discuss this again and reconsider continuing our marriage?
I don't care about your feelings at all. Because remember, you're the one who betrayed our family first. This all happened because you had an affair.
I'm so sorry! I really want to apologize to you. I was absolutely wrong. So please don't go through this divorce. I'm begging you, Nina. Please forgive me.
If you were going to regret this, I wish you hadn't gotten an affair before this all happened in the first place. And if you had taken more action trying to express your love and showed how much you cared for the family, I suppose this wouldn't have ended up in a divorce. I would have possibly reconsidered our marriage, but unfortunately, I couldn't expect that from you either.
Believe me, I will definitely promise to prioritize our family first from now on, and I will also stay at home on the days off from work. Also, if there's any place you want to go, I'll take you there whenever you want. Just ask me anything and I'll try to work things out for the family.
It's definitely too late to promise that you will prioritize the family matters after going through all of this. Unfortunately, you've lost our trust, so Mia and my feelings will never change and come back to you. At least, I'm determined to go through this divorce because I never want to live with you again. I definitely don't need a husband or a father who lies all the time and goes on to have an affair thinking that our family is not important. After going through many discussions with my husband, finally I was able to divorce him. Of course, I hold the custody of my daughter now, but my husband also has the right to meet her once every month. However, since we must prioritize my daughter's feelings first, if she is not willing to see him, I guess my husband can never meet her again. So, I'm respecting her feelings, leaving that option all up to my daughter to decide. And since this was an affair with his boss within the working place, as I reported the affair to my husband's company, it was revealed that my husband and his boss used this trip as a business trip and put this under travel expenses. So eventually, the boss being the main culprit of this was fired, and my husband was demoted and relegated. Although the boss who got fired was still determined to be together with my husband after going through this incident, my husband had just refused doing so, putting an end to that relationship. And because of that, it seems that my husband was chased by his boss for a while as she just didn't want to break up with him. And unfortunately, my husband hasn't had the chance to meet my daughter not even once yet. Even though my husband wants to meet her, it seems that my daughter is just not ready for that. But as it is all his fault that this happened in the first place, I actually don't feel sorry for him at all. And I do think that he deserves this as he needs to regret what he has done. But even if there is no response from my daughter, if he really thinks she is important to him, then I hope he continues to properly pay for child support expenses until she becomes an adult. And as a father, I hope he never tries to live a disrespectful life as he did before. As my daughter has now calmed down a little, I'm so relieved to see her laughing a lot again like she used to. With the support from my parents and people around her, I guess she's gradually starting to deal with and overcome this. But actually witnessing the scene of her father having an affair, I think it will take more time for her to deal with this. I guess she'll probably have a strict mind towards men and may even continue to have some bad prejudice over them. By having the help from others as well, I would like to support her so she can gradually be able to trust adults and men in the future. And as my daughter is the most important and precious person in my life, as her parent, I hope to continue to take care of her with continuous love and support. Thank you for watching Peep Talk videos. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Also, feel free to leave any comments. Please visit us again to check the next video. Dave, you sneaky thing! I just got another delivery. You've been buying more baby toys behind my back.
Busted! Sorry, I just couldn't help myself. I know, this time I have a good reason, though.
What did you get? The delivery box is huge.
Well, remember how we were talking about educational toys?
Dave,
It's not what you think.
our house is going to be buried in all the toys and clothes you keep buying. And you know it'll be ages before the baby can even play with them.
But think about how organized we'll be having everything ready.
We already have 3 sets of building blocks.
Different kinds, though. Wood, plastic, and foam. They each serve different purposes.
What did you get this time? Don't tell me it's a toy piano. Of all things, it's going to take forever before she can use it. At least something like stuffed animals she could use right away.
About that piano.
You didn't.
But it's so cute! It's this beautiful light pink with these gorgeous engravings on it. When I imagined our little girl playing with it, I just couldn't resist. Before I knew it, I'd hit the purchase button. I'm sorry.
How much was it?
On sale, really, 40% off.
That's not an answer.
The important thing was that it was a good deal.
I mean, I get the daydreaming part, but maybe we should slow down a bit.
But there were so many cute things. Have you seen the new collection at Baby Palace?
Don't you dare.
Too late. I may have ordered a few things.
Dave!
With all these toys, we probably won't need to buy any for like 2 or 3 years. We could practically open a toy store at this point.
So you're saying you won't buy any more?
Well, define won't buy any more.
Dave.
No way! I want to do everything I can for her!
Stop spoiling her already. She's not even born yet and you're already going overboard.
Hey, I'm not spoiling the baby. This is for me. It's my therapy, okay?
Your therapy is emptying our bank account.
But look at this matching mother-daughter outfit set I found.
We talked about those. No matching outfits.
But you'd both look so cute.
Aw, you don't have to say that. I'm just happy you get this excited about everything. The nursery is already full. Where are we going to put all this stuff?
I may have already looked into storage solutions.
You didn't buy more furniture, did you?
Just a small bookshelf and maybe a toy chest.
Is she precious to you?
Of course she is! Our baby is the most precious thing in the world!
I agree, but I'm getting a little jealous here.
Actually, you and our daughter are tied for first place in my heart. You're both the most precious to me.
That's still embarrassing to hear, even now.
Never stop being embarrassed. Your blushing is too cute.
Stop it.
I'm not exaggerating.
You really are impossible sometimes.
Impossibly in love.
Now you're just being cheesy.
You love it, though.
Maybe.
I've got to do something to keep you interested in a loser like me.
You're not at all. You really did work hard after falling for me at first sight, trying to impress me by improving yourself inside and out. You even succeeded with that diet and got that promotion at work.
I had to impress you somehow. Remember when I first asked you out?
You were so nervous you spilled your coffee.
Not my finest moment, but it worked. You gave me your number. I really did change because of you. No exaggeration there.
Tell me how again?
Well, before you, I was just drifting at work, but then I saw you and thought, I need to be worthy of her.
That was all you. You were already amazing before. You just needed a little push.
What about when I learned to cook?
You mean when you almost burned down your kitchen?
Hey, I've improved.
You have. Your curry last night was amazing.
See, it's things like that that make me love you even more. You're so kind, Mari.
Remember our first date?
At that tiny cafe, I was so worried you wouldn't show up.
I was 20 minutes early. I just waited around the corner.
Really? You never told me that.
I was nervous too.
I'm not saying anything special. Anyway, you care about me, and our daughter is precious because she's our child. I get why you're going overboard. She's our baby, after all. Speaking of the baby, did you feel her kick this morning?
Yes, right during my meeting.
She's gonna be energetic like her mama. Thanks for understanding, but you're right, I need to cut back on the shopping. We should save money too, that's also for our daughter's future.
We need to plan long term.
Like college savings?
That too, but I was thinking that after she's grown and moved out, it'll just be us two again. I want us to travel together and stay close forever. We need retirement savings for that too.
Where should we go first?
Remember how we talked about visiting Europe?
Paris first? You've always wanted to see the Eiffel Tower.
Yes, and then Italy.
Retirement? Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking that far ahead. You're right, I need to save up so we can have a nice, relaxed life together when we're older.
Please do. I'm counting on you.
Just imagine, we'll be that cute old couple holding hands in the park.
With matching gray hair.
Of course, I'll do anything and everything I can for you and our baby, whatever's in my power.
Thanks, Dave.
I still get butterflies when you call me that.
Just wait until our daughter calls you her dad.
I might cry. Hey, we're always buying stuff for the baby, but what about you? Is there anything you want or need? Anything I can do for you?
Something you can do? Well, it's not exactly that, but I do have something I want to talk about.
What is it? Everything okay?
It's about your mom. She's been coming over a lot lately.
Oh yeah, she's been cooking for us, right? It's really nice of her, but maybe it is a bit too frequent. Like, coming over every day might be a bit much.
It started with once a week.
And now?
She was here this morning, and yesterday, and the day before.
Really? I didn't realize it was that often.
Yeah, it's almost daily now, and honestly, I get kind of tense when she's here. I have to be on the whole time, you know?
What do you mean by on?
Like, I can't relax in my own home.
She does tend to be particular about things.
She reorganized our kitchen yesterday.
Without asking?
Said she was just helping.
Yeah, I get it. Having your mother-in-law around all the time would make anyone uncomfortable. And maybe we don't need her cooking quite so often. I mean, you want to cook too, right?
I barely get to use the kitchen anymore.
What do you mean?
She comes right when I'm about to start cooking.
Every time?
It's like she knows. Right, could you maybe talk to her about coming less often? But please don't tell her I was complaining. I don't hate her visits or anything. I just need some space sometimes.
Of course, I'll handle it. Want me to suggest once a week?
That would be perfect.
I'll text her tonight.
Thanks. Just be gentle about it.
Oh, don't worry, I got it. I'll be careful how I phrase it.
Thanks. That helps a lot. That's all I needed.
By the way, you had that stomach ache yesterday. Feeling better?
Sort of.
Sort of?
It comes and goes.
Maybe we should see the doctor?
A little better, I guess. It's getting colder lately, so maybe I just gotta chill. I'll try to stay warm.
You sure? You've been having those stomach aches a lot lately.
I'm probably just stressed.
About Mom?
Let's just see if it gets better after she comes less often.
Okay, but promise you'll tell me if it gets worse?
I promise. Mari, my son told me you don't want me to come over anymore. Dave spoke with you? He said you're overwhelmed. That's not exactly what was said. We just requested fewer visits. You've been coming over almost daily. I'm trying to help. I understand, but... Fine, I'll just drop off food then. I'm heading over now. What? Right now? That's not really... I'm already on my way. It's not a good time. What's wrong? Don't you like my cooking? You're the only one who ever complains. Everyone else praises my cooking skills. Your cooking isn't the issue. Then what is? It's not that I dislike it, but... But what? Speak up. I just wasn't expecting a delivery today. Well then, I'll be throwing away perfectly good food. You don't have to throw it away. So you'll eat it? Actually, I should be honest about something. What now? After eating your food, I always feel sick. Could the ingredients be spoiled? Absolutely not. How dare you suggest that? I'm just trying to understand. Understand what? Then maybe something's going wrong during transport. I always get stomach pains after you leave. That's ridiculous. It happens every time. That's all in your head. Or maybe you just have a weak stomach. Besides what? You're just too picky. Your cooking isn't always pregnancy safe. Sometimes it's really spicy or has raw ingredients. Considering the baby, I'd rather not risk it. Raw ingredients? I've been cooking longer than you've been alive. I know, but pregnancy requires extra caution. You're just being paranoid, and so ungrateful, complaining about food someone kindly made for you. You're a terrible mother. That's not fair. Life isn't fair. I'm trying to help and you're being impossible. I'm sorry. Someone needs to teach you proper manners. I'm definitely coming over today. Just wait. Please don't. I'm already outside. Open the door. Dave, I'm exhausted.
What happened? Everything okay?
Your mom just came by.
What? But I just told her yesterday to come less often.
She showed up angry, really angry.
What exactly did she do?
She was yelling through the door.
You didn't let her in, right?
No, but she left another container of food outside.
Just ignore it.
I tried to explain why I couldn't eat it.
What did she say?
I'm exhausted. She tried forcing me to eat her food. Even when I said no, she wouldn't listen.
I'm sorry, but Mom's just trying to help in her own way. She's excited about her first grandchild and probably wants to contribute somehow. She's just overdoing it.
Overdoing it? You think this is just good intentions?
She's always been a bit intense.
Dave, this is different.
Different how?
Of course. Mom must be looking forward to the baby.
See, that's what I mean.
Dave, I think you're wrong.
Huh, what do you mean?
You know I've been having stomach problems lately, right? Wanna guess why?
Are you saying it's Mom's cooking?
Every time I eat your mom's food, I get sick. Every single time.
But I eat it and I'm fine.
When was the last time you actually ate her food?
Last week? No, maybe 2 weeks ago?
And I've been eating it almost daily.
I must have an iron stomach, plus pregnant women are more susceptible to food poisoning.
Exactly, and your mom knows I'm pregnant.
Are you sure Mom's food is the cause?
Think about it. The timing matches perfectly. Don't you think it's weird that I get sick every time?
You're right, it is strange, but why would Mom do this?
Remember how she reacted when we announced the pregnancy?
She seemed happy.
She cried, Dave, and not happy tears. Mom must be planning something. Otherwise, this wouldn't happen every time. What if something happens to the baby?
Mari, I'm so sorry. I've been completely blind. You've been suffering this whole time.
I wasn't completely sure it was your mom's cooking either.
But Mom's behavior is definitely suspicious. She's so aggressive about making you eat her food. After seeing how she acted today, I'm even more convinced.
I've been keeping the containers.
Smart thinking, we might need them. You should go to the hospital right now for tests. I'll leave work early and meet you there.
What about your mom? I'm scared. What if she did something to hurt the baby?
I'll protect you both, I promise.
I'm at the hospital now.
I'm 10 minutes away. What did the doctor say?
They're running tests.
Stay strong. I'm almost there.
Carol, please don't come to our house anymore. Finally showing your true colors. What do you mean? Fine by me. And I will never eat your cooking again. Never. Already forgetting my kindness in cooking for you. Such an ungrateful attitude. Kindness? Your food is poison. I get sick every time I eat it. More lies. The hospital confirmed it. How dare you? There's nothing wrong with my cooking. Stop blaming me for your weak constitution.
Mom, it's your cooking. Please stop hurting Mari. Don't contact us anymore.
Now you're turning my own son against me.
Your jealousy could have killed my wife and child. If anything had happened to either of them, I would never forgive you.
Kill them? Don't be so dramatic.
It's not dramatic. Mari's in the hospital because of you.
The hospital? Over a little stomachache?
A little stomachache. The doctors found bacteria.
So what?
It's not just a stomachache, it's food poisoning. They found bacteria in her system. If it reaches the baby, it could be fatal. She needed emergency hospitalization.
It's that serious?
You put raw and spoiled food in her meals, didn't you? Deny it and we'll have your food tested.
Is she really hospitalized? A normal person would get just a little sick, but... Oh, she's pregnant. The baby, I didn't think.
What didn't you think?
The pregnancy, I forgot about that part.
What were you thinking, putting weird things in her food? Do you hate my child that much? Did you not want my daughter to be born?
No, that's not it. I don't hate the baby. I just want to be mean to Mari.
Be mean to my wife? Why?
Why? Because she took you away from me.
Took me away? I'm a grown man.
You were always paying attention to Mari. I got jealous. I just wanted to be spiteful.
Spiteful? This goes way beyond spite. What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. I never thought it would become life-threatening. I was so thoughtless. I really am sorry. I'll apologize to Mari properly, too.
Don't bother. Mari won't accept your apology. For Mari and my child's safety, I never want to see you again.
Never? That's impossible.
No, it's not. I've decided to cut ties with you.
You don't mean that.
Watch me.
You're joking.
Does this seem like a joking matter? Please, just leave us alone. This is it, Mom. This is goodbye.
At least let me apologize to Mari one last time.
I'll get her.
this is Mari. Mari, I'm truly sorry. Yes, I tampered with the food, but I didn't mean any real harm. No harm? Really? I deeply regret what I did. Is that so? Well, regret won't undo what you did. Live with that regret for the rest of your life. As a mother yourself, you should understand children are everything to a parent. Being abandoned by your child must be painful, but that's what happens when you try to harm someone else's child. It's only fair. You stole my son first. Your Dave? Dave is mine now. Mine and our daughters. Stop with this nonsense and get out of our lives. Thanks to the treatment, I recovered and thankfully there was no serious impact on the baby. After that, I went to stay with my parents. Dave suggested I have the baby there to be safe. While I was gone, Dave handled all the preparations for cutting ties with Carol, including moving us to a new place. I was gratefully moved. I wouldn't have felt safe in our old house knowing Carol might show up again. Soon after, I gave birth to our daughter. Now the three of us live peacefully together. We don't have any contact with Carol, so I don't know how she's doing. It's incredibly foolish to endanger your own grandchild out of jealousy. No matter how many times she apologizes, I'll never forgive her.